and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. And checking out some numbers for him.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Butler. He's out there with the Wizard. Wizard out there with the Wizard. And it's Caravan in at the 4 slot. And for Cincinnati, Wizard out there with Fisher. And it's the Wizard. Then there's Harris. And it's the Wizard in at the 5 down low. Tonight's game means a lot, Doris. These are the games coaches sometimes identify as turning point games, right?
You are so right, Kev, because, listen, teams continue to define themselves in terms of who they are and how they win. So performing well at this point of the season really ends up having a great influence where you finish. This is a long year, but an important time.
Here's Mullins, guarded by Harris. Pass to Caravan. Here's the Wizard. 5 to shoot. Here's the Wizard. It's hauled in by Stewart. Harris outside. Stewart kicks to Stewart. It's a nice passing here by Cincinnati. Pass to Stewart. Here's the Wizard. Fisher outside. A three-pointer, no good. Here's the Wizard, guarded by Harris. Butler passes to the Wizard, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Harris kicks to Fisher. Pass to Stewart. To the wing right side. Stewart misses. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Huskies. And this matchup with Cincinnati, it's their first meeting of the season. Drives to the hoop. Stewart with the steal. Here's the Wizard. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And Fisher kicks to Stewart. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Stewart gets it to go. Stewart's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to the Wizard. Down low, here's the Wizard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. The Wizard's got his second bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Fisher finds Harris. Now, here's Stewart. Jacks up a 3. Stewart misses.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Here's the Wizard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's there at 71 from the line this season, probably below where you'd like to see him.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Harris outside. For 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Out of bounds. Cincinnati takes possession.
And let's check out the stats for the Wizard. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
Harris outside. On the top of the key, again, Cincinnati scored.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Here's Caravan. Nothing on the board. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Stewart with the steal. To the right side. From deep. Stewart misses. The Huskies have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's Mullins. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. And Stewart gets it to go.
He's had a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
Here's the Wizard. Butler is screen on Stewart. And that one is stuffed right through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Here's Harris following the bucket by the Huskies. And here's Stewart. Last game we saw him score at 14. Buries it from three-point range.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Knocks it loose. And here comes the break. Pushing it up. Stewart misses. The Huskies have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The Wizard offline with his 3. Cincinnati leading by 6. On the wing, Fisher. Launches it. Stewart misses. And so it's the Huskies with it. Left side, Butler. Over Fisher. Butler, no good. For Cincinnati, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Stewart passes to Fisher. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Stewart misses. Here's the Wizard. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. So for Cincinnati, Miller comes in for the Wizard. And it's the Wizard in for Harris. Miller with the ball. Here's Stewart. And the three off target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to the Wizard. Over to the left wing. Here's Mullins. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Cincinnati.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Fisher. He has yet to score. Pass to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. And here's Stewart. Offensive rebound. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And Cincinnati leads by 4.
Just doing the job on the back door.
The Wizard passes to the Wizard. From the arc, it's hauled in by Stewart. Cincinnati leading by 4. The Wizard passes to Miller. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. The Huskies have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. To the paint, the Wizard, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Oh, it's exactly how you lead someone with the pass. Beautifully done.
Pass to Miller. Here's the Wizard. Now, here's Stewart. There's the three. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stewart.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for the Wizard. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. The Huskies have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Thomas against Smith. Pass to Caravan. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Caravan's got 5.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now, here's Stewart. The fadeaway. Caravan grabs the board. Caravan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to the Wizard. The 10-footer. It's hauled in by Stewart. Well, Cincinnati shooting looking a little out of sorts early. 37%. Cincinnati shooting their first free throws of the evening.
At the line for Cincinnati, Thomas. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Thomas. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Here's Smith driving inside. Good work there as it goes. And the Huskies lead by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cincinnati ahead, up 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen from Cincinnati, guys, what are you seeing?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Smith is out there with ball. And it's the Wizard, and it's the Wizard, and it's Caravan in at the power forward.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Huskies. Trailing by 4. Pass the ball. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. It's rebounded by Cincinnati.
A long and tiring game, made worse by the fact they ended up in the second overtime falling short, which can be a real morale killer.
Harris checked in for Cincinnati. It's Thomas on the wing, defended by Butler. Thomas dishes to Harris. The Wizard passes to Stewart. Tries from the block, and he knocks down the jumper. Stewart's got the lead up to 6 now for Cincinnati.
Good possession there, exactly the way they drew it up.
Butler passes the ball. GA, you hear about 3-level score. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep 2s as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
The Huskies have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Here now, the 2K leaderboard, showing us the best passing teams in the NBA over the course of the last month.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. Cincinnati leading by 5. Pass to Stewart. Fader on the way. Huskies with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Here's Caravan. It's hauled in by Stewart. For Cincinnati, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Pass to Thomas. And here's Stewart. Puts it up from 12. That shot is off. Like 6 others he's attempted tonight, he has but 1 basket. Here's Butler. Out to the wing. Ball against Miller. Pass to Caravan. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's foul number 2 for him. And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And Cincinnati making a change here. Fisher's checked in. Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
Well, you look at Fisher. He's got a place in the three-point contest within his reach. I hope he makes it because I know how much this would mean to him to be a part of the event.
I mean, that's a good call, Kevin. He's the type of player that can really deliver on a stage like that. And he'll be very dangerous if he ultimately gets in.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase this year. Some incredible shooters, that's for certain. We'll keep you updated as we find out more.
Yeah, I think we're in for a real treat. I think the increased importance of the three-point shot in today's game has really shined a light on the talent, precision, and really the wow factor of how these guys can drill the long ball.
From past the arc, it's rebounded by Cincinnati.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Back to Thomas. On the wing, Fisher. Hasn't made one yet.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Pass to Caravan. Here's the Wizard. Fires from deep. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
Thomas surveying the D. The jump hook. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Shooting well. They're at 45%. Inside, here's the Wizard. Plays it up and banks it in. And now just a 5-point Cincinnati lead.
I love it. Instead of going ISO, you make a play for someone else.
Pass to Thomas. A Wizard with the rebound. The Huskies have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Here's Caravan. Here's the teardrop. And the layup is up and in. Caravan's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So for Cincinnati, Miller's checked in for the Wizard, and it's the Wizard in for the Wizard. Here's Stewart. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 19 points for the Wizard.
Coaches love assisted buckets, boy. It just means the team is working well together.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From outside the arc, and another 3 for Cincinnati. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt, and let's hope he's okay.
And I'll tell you, this is the last thing you want to see.
I just feel so bad for him. What he's going through right now, you just have to hope and pray that it's not too serious.
Stewart's checked in for Harris.
Stewart.
Here's the Wizard, guarded by Stewart. There's the screen. Mullins passes to the Wizard. Miller with the double team. Takes a 3. Again, the miss by the Huskies. Cincinnati leading by 9. Stewart kicks to Fisher. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
That one is off. The Wizard, he's checked in for Cincinnati. The Huskies making a switch here. And he's good on the second. He's pretty well at 46% from the floor. And he drives in. Three-pointer, Butler hits it from three-point range. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Some shooters might overthink a wide-open shot. Not this guy.
Pass to Miller. Now Stewart. Back to Miller. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Thomas, that's good.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Here's Mullins, covered by Miller. Mullins passes to the Wizard. Here's the Wizard. 5 points in the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Huskies shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And the first one drops. The Wizard, he's checked in for Cincinnati. The Wizard comes in for Miller. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Stewart. 22 points for him. Pass to Stewart. Here's Fisher, defended by Butler. Fisher against Butler. Stewart kicks to Stewart. No good with the triple. Being 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Mullins inside. Thomas is on him. Shot's good by Mullins.
And he can be devastating with that little hook shot of his.
Cincinnati leading by 5. 1:15 left in the first half. Stewart misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's the Wizard. And a miss there on the triple. And so Fisher will bring it up for Cincinnati. They've led by as much as 10. There's the triple. And Stewart gets it to go. Stewart's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now here's Butler. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Off with the layup. For Cincinnati, they've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice, efficient 50%. Here's Stewart. The Wizard passes to Stewart. Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 10-point Cincinnati lead.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And he gets it to go. And so it's Cincinnati in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Welcome, everybody. We'll get things going with a look at who might be participating in the upcoming three-point contest. And we're going to take a moment to talk about something. I've been seeing Shaq's face everywhere lately. Kenny, do you think it's fair to say Shaq is the king of sponsorships?
Interesting question, Ernest. Shaq, I do see you a lot in a lot of commercials, but I don't know if I call you the king of anything.
Ernie is right. I am indeed the king of sponsorship. Everybody wants the big Diesel stamp of approval.
Shaq, you ever think of doing any pro bono work? I've got a neat spot that I think you'd be perfect for.
Where's that restaurant at?
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for Cincinnati.
You have certain players that live and die by the three. Right now, they are L-I-V-I-N, living. Can it continue this way? I don't know.
Yeah, normally you preach a balanced attack. Maybe these guys don't need it. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We're seeing a tremendous game from the Wizard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And it's time for an injury report.
Thanks. I got some news from Cincinnati's head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. It is a major loss right in the thick of the season. Other guys will have to step up. Let's see who answers the call.
Howie, thanks as always. Never like to see any kind of injury, Greg.
Yeah, it's one of the toughest parts of the game because you have little to no control over it.
Well, we're obviously hoping for a speedy recovery because we know this about this young guy. He simply loves playing the game.
Wizard out there with the Wizard, and it's Fisher. And it's the Wizard, and it's the Wizard in at the small forward position. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Stewart misses. And so it's the Huskies with it. 6-point game. Here's Caravan. Misses the 3.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Fisher looking it over to the inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Now here's Butler. Pass to the Wizard. From outside, off the mark. Cincinnati leading by 8. A shot by Stewart with no one around. Hits the three-point bomb. Stewart's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Cincinnati. Here's the Wizard. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Here's the Wizard. It's blocked, and they get it back. They set the pick. Caravan. Good on the three-point shot. Caravan's got 10 points in the game.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Good on the triple. Stewart's got the lead up to 11 now for Cincinnati.
He got loose from downtown in the first half. Now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
Pass to the Wizard. Here's Mullins. Here's the Wizard, guarded by Stewart. And it's Caravan missing.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Here's Stewart. That's short off the rim. The Huskies have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Pass to the Wizard. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Cincinnati leading by 11. Now Stewart. A 3-ball. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. And even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. Pass to Caravan. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Mullins, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now Stewart. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Pass to Caravan. Here's Mullins. He's got 8. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. The Wizards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. And Fisher kicks to Stewart. And here's Stewart. He's got 39. Lets it go from the wing. He can't get that one. Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Wizard. A Wizard with the rebound. The Wizard's got his 5th rebound in this one. Stewart kicks to Fisher. Back to Stewart. Here's the Wizard. Turnaround Jay. Again, Cincinnati score.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. The Huskies making a switch here. Ball's checked in. Here's a look at the teams that have been dominant offensively over the course of the past month.
I just love their offensive flow lately. I mean, this is a dominant team offensively because of that rhythm and pace.
Pass to Mullins. Latrey. The Wizard can't hit. Cincinnati leading by 16. Stewart passes to the Wizard. Back to Stewart. And he banks in the layup. Stewart's got 6 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Mullins. 8 points for him.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Stewart. He's around 14 points per game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
No good on the free throw. And Cincinnati making a change here. Thomas is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Cincinnati leading by 17. Stewart with the bounce pass. Outside Thomas. And Fisher kicks to Stewart. Down low, here's the Wizard. Again, Cincinnati score.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Here's Caravan. 10 points for him. Pass to the Wizard. Again, the miss by the Husky.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Ball, the pass to the Wizard. It's hauled in by Stewart. Outside, Fisher. Now, here's Stewart. Fisher sets the screen for Stewart. And he uses the glass on the layup. Stewart's got 8.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Fires from way outside. The Wizard can't hit.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Cincinnati.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Free throw good, Stewart. For the Huskies, the Wizard, he's checked in for the Wizard. The Wizard comes in for the Wizard. And Smith's subbed in for the Wizard. Good on the second free throw. And he nails the third. Being an ugly 27% since halftime. Smith to pass the ball. .59 seconds left to play in the third. Clock at 6. Pass to the Wizard. And Miller with the block. Outside Thomas. Now Stewart. Stewart a screen. Stewart misses. Being around 40% from the floor here. Here's Caravan. Guarded by Stewart. Smith with it. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Again, the miss by the Huskies. Miller outside. It's up a 3. Rebound by Smith. Fires from way outside. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Cincinnati finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. A chance now to hear Jason Kidd talking to his team moments ago.
We're not talking to each other. Offensively or defensively, let's talk.
And Coach Jason Kidd citing one of the things that can happen over the course of an evening, a breakdown in communication.
And the problem is, even in a league of superstars, this is ultimately a team game. You have to work together to succeed.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So with Smith sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. You've got the Wizard. Wizard out there with Butler. And it's the Wizard. And it's the Wizard in at the 3 spot. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Pass to Fisher. Screen by Fisher. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Butler. And it's good. 2 points.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
Outside for Thomas. And out of bounds as the Huskies gain possession. On Tuesday and then on Thursday.
And with the way they've been able to march right along in this season lately, I think they should be able to keep things going in this next stretch. Just come out with the same energy and discipline, and you should have some wins.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. To the left side wing. The Wizard passes to Butler. Over Fisher. And Butler gets it to go.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Outside Thomas. Pass to the Wizard. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Now, here's Butler to the inside. Here's the Wizard, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Fisher outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
First team foul. At the line for two, Fisher.
That free throw missing. The Wizard, he's checked in for the Wizard. And he sinks the second. The Huskies have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Here's Butler. A shot missing. Good tee by Fisher. The Wizard passes to Miller. Greg, when it comes to All-Star Weekend, which event do you look forward to the most?
It's got to be the three-point contest, right? No judges, no half-hearted defense. There's a purity to it that I just appreciate.
Thomas, the shot from the low post is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Three-pointer, Butler gets it to go from beyond the arc. Butler's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, this guy has been a completely different player in this half of basketball. Incredible.
Fisher finds Thomas. Outside, Fisher. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. The Wizard passes to Miller. It's Thomas on the wing. Shot clock at 3. The Wizard, good.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Pass to the Wizard. To the paint. It's tipped. Out left to the wing. And they hit it back.
Boy, that's his second three. First of this half, though.
Butler against Fisher. Inside. Here's Thomas. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And now we'll take a moment for our presentation of our player of the game, the Wizard.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
They lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. We saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
Now, here's Stewart. No good on the 3. Here's Caravan. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Out to the right wing. The open shot by Stewart. They grab their own miss. Yep, that one goes. 8 points for the Wizards.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, we know how hard this guy works and how skilled he is at it.
Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by the Huskies.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Fires it up. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Huskies have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the 4th quarter. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injuries. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staffs?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is, from your head coach to the assistant coaches down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
And Cincinnati will go for a different look here. Miller's checked in for the Wizard. The Wizard comes in for the Wizard. Harris is checked in for the Wizard. And Thomas subbed in for Fisher. And he makes both free throws. Cincinnati leading by 22. Now, here's Thomas. Harris looking it over. Huskies with the rebound. Here's Caravan. And he makes that one.
Oh, how about the dime? You love that unselfishness.
Here's the Wizard. Pass to the Wizard. Now here's Thomas. Defended by Butler. Here's the Wizard. Some nice passing here by Cincinnati. Shot clock at 6. Thomas against Butler. Cincinnati again missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Pass to Caravan. 1:56 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's the Wizard. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Cincinnati. Miller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's the Wizard. Miller inside. Lays it up off the glass. Miller's got his first basket of the night.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
Mullins dishes to Butler. 1:22 left here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Mullins. It's stolen by Harris.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cincinnati.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Wizards.
You love this guy's confidence. He believes every shot is going in, and boy, a whole lot of them did.
Outside Butler. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for the Huskies, Butler taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. So it's Cincinnati now. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now Thomas. So we see Cincinnati get the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Wizard.